into this particular area. So that's where we're going to continue on from today, from the campsite which we saved at previously. And if you look over the stream, you might just be able to see in the distance there one of those robot enemies, or sparkly and flashy, which means that yes, we can go ahead and mount that, having defeated it in battle. So I'm going to go and engage it now, we'll take care of it, and then once we can ride it, once we can mount it up, then we'll actually be able to go ahead and access some otherwise inaccessible areas. Righty-ho, so now I've gone ahead and mounted the exoskeleton. We're going to head back towards the camp area on the other side of the river, and you can see there's a sparkly point just up ahead of us. So we're going to jump up using our special jump technique, and look at us just hiding inside there. We can go ahead and loot the sprig of slipweed while still inside the robot, and then we're going to drop down and once again cross the river. This time we're going to jump up onto the other side of the cliff that's just present there, and you can probably see there's another sparkly point just up here, so I'll show you where we are on the map just so you can get your own bearings straight. We'll go ahead and loot that and then leap across this particular cliff edge. Just be careful because you can drop down if you're not being cautious enough as you're doing the platforming. Almost dropped down myself there. On the other side here, right at the edge, show you again on the map, there's a treasure chest, so make sure you grab that. That's got a thunderball inside it. Then we can drop down, or jump down, a little bit more fun. And you'll see a cave entrance here. Before we actually go into that cave, we're going to search behind this sign, and that's going to give us the quest item we need for the quest that we're doing, that requires the missing skull piece of paper. Okay, let's go through the dialogue. But you can only access this from that particular side of the sign. So I think that's it. I've got to read it all again. No. Oh no, it keeps doing it. Right, I must remember to do circle. There we go. Okay then, so hopefully that's all we need to do for the quest. I'm just going to check that because sometimes it pops up, doesn't it, saying that we've gone ahead and done the quest thingy. Yes, you found the newsletter. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sometimes it pops up saying you can return to the quest giver now to complete the quest. But no, didn't need to do that because I can just check the log anyway. So we're going to just follow the cave through here. As you can see, it's fairly linear up until this central bit. There's now a little section we can go down to the side from there, and that will give us access to a celestial sky. Nothing too exciting, but hey, it's there, so worth pointing out. And you can see there's another path just up ahead here that we're going to be able to head down as well. So this one contains some platinum ore, so not too shabby at all. And now we can basically go ahead and exit the caves. There's no other sparklies to grab from inside. There's a few enemies to encounter though. I do recommend, of course, that you complete all the enemy encounters at least once, so as to add them to your monster list, which again you can access from the option under health, I think it is, or something like that. It's one of the menu options anyway that shows you the monsters you've defeated, so you will want to fill that out. And here we come back out into the big wide open world, and yes, straight away there's another sparkly that we can go ahead and pick up there. This one contains some slipweed. And here we are back at the stream again. So a little bit further up it this time now. So you can go ahead and capture that eggs rotten robot thingy if for whatever reason you've lost the one that you are currently in, because we will actually be able to gain access to some more treasure now by being in one. So I'm just going to check the map here. From this location then, the other side of the stream, if we just head down south a little bit, we can just jump up here. So I'll show you where that is on the map. Okay, kind of like a ledge thingy, just to the side of the river over to the east. And inside we find a mini medal. So definitely want to grab that thing. And then we can drop down once more and just start heading south. In fact, we're going to go right almost to the bottom. So yeah, we're just going to keep going down. You can even see the chest that I'm aiming for now. I think we can access it from here. So just keep jumping across. And there we go. Okay, this one's got 5,000 gold coins inside. Hey, look at that, an accolade. 30,000 gold coins at once. Right, and you can actually see another type of enemy sparkling there. So this one is one that we're going to want to get now. This is a demon rider. I'm going to go ahead and enter battle with one. Once mounted up on the demon rider thing, you're going to head over to where these claw marks are, just on the nearby wall. And we can actually climb up these using our new creature here, which is useful. And then once we've done so, once we've reached the next level, we're going to start by heading south. And there's, as you can see, other mounts you can go ahead and grab if need be, if you lose the one you're currently riding. And at the end here, we get a new recipe book, Electrifying Equipment. So that will allow us to forge some new magical weapons. Not too shabby at all. One thing to note as well is, once we've gone ahead and learnt those, before we continue on along the path, we can actually approach this tree here. You can see the camp's just down below. Well, we can lower the vine here from this tree, and that gives us access from the camp to this section without having to traverse the whole area back through that cave again, as we just did a moment ago. Okay, so a nice little shortcut to create at that point. And with that done, we can go ahead and start moving on towards the next area. I don't think there's anything else to grab around here. So we can go ahead immediately now and ascend the wall. By the way, with that recipe book that we've just gone ahead and collected, we can actually forge the lightning lance now. And if you're not aware what that is, that's the really awesome lance that you can purchase from the casino. So if you didn't get one, and as long as you've got some gold ore, you can actually forge your own now without having to farm for the casino currency in order to get it that way. So it is a decent item for Jade. You might want to go ahead and look into doing that if you haven't already. Right then, so I'm just going to bring up the sparkly map. Okay, we can see in the corner over here there is a sparkly, and I believe this is actually going to be some ore for us to grab. So try and avoid the enemies for the sake of you guys watching the video here. But the game has other ideas sometimes. So, as you can see, mining points. That's actually got some gold ore, which is fairly useful, along with some platinum perhaps, and that purple-eye, yeah, platinum ore as well. We're then going to head over to the east path, where the three paths are here, so the one on the furthest right. And there's another treasure chest for our looting pleasure, this one containing a prayer ring. Make sure you're on a demon rider at this point, so grab one if you're not already. Once you've grabbed the fairy ring, run all the way back down to the southeast part here, and then we can go ahead and just drop down. Make sure you're still on the mount, although you can grab one from down here if you fall without it. And then we're going to head through to this cave area, and just inside there's a sparkly for us to nab there, furry feather. And if we just head outside here, then there's a waterfall. And we can actually go behind the waterfall here for yet another recipe book. Build better birds' feet. Interesting stuff. Okay. And I think that's pretty much everything now. We're going to head over to the east. I think there might be one more chest. So we'll just keep an eye out for that one. Okay, we do need to dismount at this point now. But that's fine. We've got everything we need to get with the mount itself. There's also a boss battle up here. So just be a little bit aware of that. You might want to go ahead and save. Or at least heal up before you engage with it. So we get 4 phials of magic water here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and heal up then, guys. Okay then, folks, I recommend for this party having Veronica and Sylvando at the very least. Sylvando because of Hustle Dance and Veronica because of Magic Barrier. One thing I would also recommend, though, is that if you've been following my advice and have gone around the board of Harpistry with Serena, I think it is, yeah, you can get the Hymn of Fire. Where is it? Oh, it's actually one that you don't even need to really work towards. I think you have it by default anyway. And so that can be really useful in this fight as well. So make sure you bring Serena in. So Serena, Veronica and Sylvando are really going to help you out a lot in this upcoming battle, which isn't the most difficult battle. The boss doesn't have a huge amount of health in terms of a boss enemy, but still can be a little bit of a challenge if you go in unprepared. So here comes the cutscene before, of course, we get to loot the good old treasure chest there. And that bird was guarding it with its life. So you can actually see the boss battle also includes 2 ads as well. So I'm going to go over down and select everybody to follow orders, and we'll confirm that. And then we'll go ahead and fight. And as you can see, Sizzle is an ability that's used here. Hence the reason there's actually another AoE ability as well that's fire-based. I think it's called Hades Condors or something along those lines. So, you know, definitely is worth going ahead and just making sure that you are prepared to handle, as we should say, those incoming fire attacks. So yeah, that's why we're going to go ahead and cast Magic Barrier with Veronica. That will reduce, or increase rather, the spell resistance of all the party members. And basically Sylvando's going to be our hustle dancer. I mean, not really needed on this turn, I guess, but hey, I'd like to give everyone at full health. And that hustle dance is healing for quite a lot now since I've got his charm stat up fairly high there. And obviously just use your other characters who aren't buffing to go ahead and basically do damage, I guess. Just like that. And Fuzzy's good at damage, and so is Jade. So Jade can do, I'm trying to think, yeah, that's going to be a good one because these are flying enemies. So Harvest Moon does a nice amount of damage there. The multi-heal's a bit annoying, but let's be honest, should be able to out-damage that. We've just got to make sure that we guard, basically, against that Condor attack. So I'm going to, at some point, swap Jade out, probably on the next turn, in fact, in order to bring Serena in. I thought I had her in the party, but no, apparently I don't. So don't really need to heal up, I don't think, just yet, do we? Nah, we'll just go ahead with this dude and accelerate. Get some buffs going. And Veronica, well, I could now go ahead and switch her out, just for Serena for a moment. No, what are you doing? That's better. Okay, let's carry on. And we'll just go ahead and Cutting Edge, I think. Cutting Edge is a lovely ability. And it takes care of those ads to no end, doesn't it? Right then, so we'll try this one. Yeah, it's not strong. I wouldn't have expected it to be. It is strong against normal enemies, but not so much against boss enemies. So, oh wow, look at that. Jade gets another attack apparently. So we'll go again for Harvest Moon. Yeah, this guy's got 140 health. And we'll just make sure that everybody's nicely topped up. I really want Serena to use her Hymn of Fire, since she's not really used it as of yet. But she's just not getting a turning to do it. Ah, there we go. Wonderful stuff. So Hymn of Fire is really going to help. And look at that, it even buffs the entire party. So yeah, we're still having to put up with those melee abilities. But that's all we've got to put up with now, really. Trying to drink my tea there. So we've got Jade again, we'll just continue on with the Harvest Moon with her. And Serena again, eh? Well, she doesn't need to buff anymore. So I guess we'll just go ahead and start doing some damage more than anything. Or we could go ahead and buff with her, but let's just see which attack would be good. Swoosh, I guess. 60 points of damage ain't too shabby. And Sylvando will do what he does best. Go on, you hit us with your sizzle. With our fire debuffs active, buffs, whatever perspective you want to look at it from. They're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, those kinds of abilities. Bit annoying that he missed with his Cutting Edge attack a few moments ago, didn't he? yeah, let's just keep going on with the damage now. There, we've done it. The Elysium Bird has been defeated. And we get just under 5k worth of experience.
Not bad.
So yeah, I was going to say, should get us at least 1 level perhaps. That's all it did get us actually. But let's go ahead now and loot the treasure chest. So this is the Silver Orb. Well, that's our next orb collected. So we can basically now go and just use the zoom spell. Looks like a treasure chest there. Oh no, it's the one I got, wasn't it? 4 vials of magic water from earlier on before the boss fight, that was. Yeah, so we're going to head back to Al Academy. And what we're going to do, first of all, before we do anything else actually, is finish up Quest 20. That's the one where we read the back of that signpost a few minutes ago. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead till we get there. Once you've entered the main school building itself, you'll want to head back upstairs first of all. Okay, that'll give us access to the quest giver. Who's located right at the furthest reaches of the western part of the building. Well, actually, not the furthest reaches, but just in this room here. And there we have it. Another quest done. Okay, so basically we've pretty much done everything we need to do here. Apart from finish off the main quest. So we're going to head back down these stairs and go over to the Headmaster's office. Study, whatever it is he's calling it these days. And see what he's got to say for himself now. Well, actually, he's got nothing to say for himself in terms of the story, but it is still worth speaking to him because of the Falcon Blade that you're hopefully going to get by handing in enough mini medals. And since we went and collected some mini medals, I think, was it 1 or 2? At least 1, which is what we've just stamped there. Then we can get that reward now. Yeah, so it was just 1. But hey, pretty decent reward there. Okay, so we've actually done then now in this place. We can basically zoom back to the camp in the Champ Savage region, the southern one, because we're going to be heading to the town that's closest to that. So without any further ado, actually, that's exactly what I am going to do, rather than standing here blabbering to you guys. So this is the campsite that you want. And you can also check out, as I say, some of the forging options that we've unlocked recently, such as, for example, the ability to create the lightning lance for Jade, if that is you didn't farm for it over at the casino. But there's probably going to be some other forging options for you as well, which you might want to go ahead and explore. But folks, I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll let you do that in your own time, as I will indeed do it in mine. So I'm going to use this opportunity to rest up and save up. And say thanks for joining me for the episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please don't forget to leave a like. And do come back and join me again soon for more Dragon Quest XI. Bye, everyone. Take care.